Yeah, you know, another aspect of the Austrian school that I like very much is that it really treats capital for what it is. It's something very, very special. You know, capital comes from hard work and savings. And the term is so misused today. For example, in this, with these bailouts going on, you know, governments are talking about recapitalizing the banks, but what they're doing is going out and borrow and taking that borrowed money and putting that into banks as if that were capital, which of course it's really not. But you know, capital is treated very specially within the Austrian School of Economics, and as a consequence, I would think that business leaders and entrepreneurs would be very much attuned to Austrian thinking.
Of course, actually, they should have. I mean, I understand that that business leaders, entrepreneurs are naturally born Austrians. It's as simple as that, and everybody who respects, as I say, entrepreneurship, tradition, risk-taking, and of course responsibility is a true Austrian by heart. And these things just go together and you can't separate them.
I agree. Maybe they don't understand though that they're a true Austrian at heart because they haven't been exposed to the thinking of the Austrian school. So it's, I guess, a question of having them exposed to, you know, all of the tenets of the Austrian school so that they could understand better that they're really part of the thinking that makes the Austrian school.
The Austrian school is a question of reason. It's just rational to embrace these thoughts.
Are there any other initiatives that you're going to be pursuing in the future aside from the one we were talking about with journalists and the media? Yeah,
we're just currently running a students' competition and the economics education for the next generation. We ask the students to provide their ideas of how they would like to be educated, just to understand how important innovation and economic growth is for their future well-being. And without innovation and knowledge creation, we cannot survive. So we do this via a competition, and the winners of this competition, which will be presented October 19th at the gala with Mario Vargas Llosa, the Nobel laureate, we will use the winners or invite the winners to join us for a mentee program, which will which will last for the entire year in 2012. And after this mentee program, where the students are educated by our professors and teachers in Austrian economics theory, but also by entrepreneurs and business leaders and the practical ideas of how economy really works and what the most important things are. This is another thing. We do have our Austrian economics dictionary program, which is a bilingual or actually multilingual dictionary of economic terms, 1,800 terms, explained in a very simple Austrian way. So very complicated things explained simple, which can be downloaded on Google Android, iPhone and Blackberries, but also can be bought in books. And we have 12 languages already, including Chinese, Hindi, all the Balkan languages, Spanish, Italian, German, English.
Are you finding a global interest?
Yes, we do. We have without advertising, we have had already 60,000 downloads and haven't done anything so far.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's just word of mouth?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and all of the languages are popular?
Yeah.
You're going to be adding other languages as well? Or?
We will be adding further languages, but the most important, of course, are English, Spanish, Chinese, Hindi.
Japanese, do you have that as well?
Japanese not yet, and not Russian yet. We're looking for sponsors, actually, to get this done.
How do people learn about funding the Institute or the center?
Either via our websites or via word of mouth, of course.
So go to
austriancenter.com or our Friends organization, which is friendsofaustriancenter.com, and for the United States.
And in terms of the downloads, they would also be available from the website?
They are only available via those cellular phones, via those devices that I pointed out earlier.
Through the handheld devices?
Exactly.
Okay.
In the app stores.
Are there any other important initiatives that you're taking?
Oh yes, there is one that especially our American friends would love to. I think it's the Free Market Roadshow, which is a tour throughout the capitals, not only European, but going as far as the Middle East or Far East, where we, this year, for example, discussed the sovereign debt crisis. Within 17 days, we passed 11 capitals with more than 120 speakers, international speakers, Nobel laureates, top journalists, top business people. So we do learn from each other, travel, have fun, but also, most importantly, spread the word, the Austrian economics word.
Is this going to be a continuing program that will...
We have done this for 4 years now. Next year will be the 5th year, and it's ever expanding. So next year we start May 1st in Kiev and go down to Baku, and from then we follow the entire path.
Okay, and the schedule for that is on the website?
It is, of course, on the website. It's both on both websites, the Austrian Center's website and freemarket-rs.com.
Okay, we'll look for that too.
Thank you.
This is going to be viewed by thousands of people around the world. Is there any parting message that you would like to leave, either about Austrian economics in general or about the work that you're doing with the Hayek Institute or the Austrian Center?
The tradition of the Austrian school helps us understand what is going on in the world. And in order to become more prosperous and to gain economic growth and well-being for everybody, we need to embrace their school of thought, which is risk-taking, which is responsibility, individual responsibility, and of course freedom. Individual freedom is the most important good that we have to preserve.
And by implication, countries have to follow the rule of law.
Of course, which is a precondition.
Right,
Thank you.
Barbara, thank you very much. Barbara Kolm from the Austrian Center and the Hayek Institute here in Vienna. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, James.